Offensive line.
Well, I mean, as far as how much you can get physical, and what will you get out of this the most?
Well, we're going to practice physical. We just won't be as physical with our threes as we have been. We've had that luxury since 2020. That's what COVID taught me, right or wrong, is to make sure that everybody got equal number of reps for the most part. We carried that through. We have it set up this way this spring, but we don't have the numbers on the offensive line. So we'll have to be delicate with our twos to keep them healthy and get them some reps with the threes at the skill position. We do have those numbers on the defense. We're really deep on that side of the ball, which is what I would prefer in most cases because we play two units. But we're going to practice physical. We're going to play hard. We've got good young players at that position that don't have any experience. I mean, that's what it comes down to. So we've gone through this. I think the comparison would be where we were at wide receiver this year. We played a number of young guys in games 1 through 6 that really shouldn't have been on the field, but they had to by default. So these guys are going to have to grow up quick. This spring will be very important for them. But I will say this: they're big enough, they're fast enough, and we'll find out this spring if they're tough enough. If they can fit those 3 criteria, we'll teach them how to play. I'm not worried about the rest.
Your 2 JUCO guys with Xavier Benson, linebacker, and then Tyrone Weber on the offensive line. How important is this spring for those guys?
Well, specifically at linebacker, we get some maturity there, and you know, we would like to play 4 linebackers. Malcolm was so good last year we couldn't take him off the field, and Harper played tremendous, so hard to get him off the field. But if you remember the year before, Devin didn't get on the field very much, and that's a great example of, you know, you never know how a young man's going to play till he gets out there and plays. So we should have played Devin more during his career, in my opinion. I'm not blaming anybody. You can blame me if you want. It doesn't make a difference. But it's a good example of until you get a young man out there and you watch him play, you really never know. So with Xavier coming in, if he can catch up and get going, he gives us experience. He's 237 pounds. He can run. He's physical. So you get some maturity so a young guy has a chance to grow and develop so you don't have to throw him in the fire like we did last year with the wideouts. Yeah, it'll be important. We'd like to play with 3 guys, and truthfully, the key will be to keep them healthy this spring. They need live reps. They need to get in there. They need to get hit. We need to see how if they can withstand punishment, they can hold on to the ball, what their endurance level is. So that's a very important position this spring. Yeah, 4 and 6 got quite a bit of work last year. Both those guys played very well in the bowl game. So I see them transitioning into now it's my time. That's what I would like to see from those 2. And then we have young corners that have the speed, the length, the side to side to be good players. We just don't know anything about them yet. Those guys should be mature toward the end of spring ball. The same guys that got a lot of reps last year that were really young. And then you have you got Presley in there. Braden Johnson's back. I don't know if he's going to practice today, but he should be back this week. Those guys should start to show signs of maturity now. Jaden Bray, he's not young anymore. He played in 10 games. JP played in 8-10 games, made catches in the Big 12 for touchdowns. So the concern we had last year for those guys in games should go away this year, just from experience.
With Braden Johnson missing a year, what are his kind of expectations entering this year?
Well, he needs to play like he played. When he got injured, he was a good player. And he's experienced. He's caught games, caught a lot of passes in bowl games and big games, and I think he's faster now. He looks better than he ever has. He ought to run under 4.4, and he's made a lot of plays in his career, and he should be a leader of that group. I like his attitude in the offseason. He's worked extremely hard, and I think he's ready to play.
For more information, you can visit TulsaWorld.com.